Democratic Alliance giving you, the voter, a chance to see what they have to offer with regards to the upcoming local government elections happening on November 1st. Just 8 more days to go. The build-up. We keep on hearing about the build-up to this big day. What is in store? What does the various parties, various independent candidates have to offer? Commitments made, promises made. Does it hold up? What do you think? Let us know at @theagenda_SABC. We were going to get to other political parties who are out and about, but I want to touch base with my colleague Yulis and Jamila live for us at the Mary Fitzgerald Square. It's where the DA's final rally has taken place, canvassing the views of people, testing the temperature of views among those who attended. Yulisa, big takeaways for you.
Well, hundreds and hundreds of DA supporters have been here. They're departing now, Blaine. As you would know that their manifesto launch was virtual, so this was quite exciting for them to be gathered in one space as the Democrats. John Steenhuisen, the main message, he says, choose us, and you will see what real service delivery looks like, what the DA can do because they get things done. But let's speak to the Democrats first before we converse with our SABC political editor Mzwandile Mbeje for the outtake of the message from John Steenhuisen. I have a number of Democrats behind me who are keen to chat with us. Tata, tell us your name first, which region you come from, and what's the main outtake of the message you got from your leader today?
Thank you. My name is Joseph Madumo Pake, chairperson of Ward 22, 25, 26 from Kokosi next to Carltonville. So the DA is bringing change. People must listen. The DA message is saying the DA gets things done. After one, listen on the first, we are going to win. We are going to serve the people in good pride. We are not promised the people. We are going the proper job for the people because the kindness of South Africa have come to the God's mind. They say, elect the DA so that you can see better changes for all because we are tired of ANC, blatant lies every time, nepotism, racial discrimination, everything. They doesn't do it perfectly. They tell people lies. We want to make South Africa for each and every one to belong together, to live in harmonized South Africa. I thank all the South Africa. Change your mind. It's time for change. Kinako.
But Kinako, what's your message, Buti? What did you take from your leader? What's the main message that you got from your leader?
Yes, the main message that I got from the leader is that we should vote wise. We should vote with our head. One thing that I've liked that he said we should vote for people that we love, which is DA. We mustn't vote for people that will make themselves rich with the state man. We're tired of this political parties such as ANC, blah blah blah. You see, those people, they keep eating money. They don't deliver the service. You see, they only know us when it's time for elections. One thing that I can say is that on the 1st of November, vote wise, vote DA.
He says other parties keep eating money and the DA is ready to make sure that residents live in good municipalities. What did you take from your leader's main speech?
I want from me and my sister. Labantu laba bahlezi bakhala labakhuluma in yabona mina ngikhathele ukuzwa abantu bakhuluma sengifuna ukubona no my sister yabona because first and foremost the entertainment industry bayithatha serious sifuna amagig my sister I understand like bakhuluma yonke into bazoakha izindlu bazolungisa ugesi bazoyenza inthina basicabangeli income yethu le my sister siphila ngayo abalungisa izinto sifuna amagig besithi so performer la abasiperformisi abastream abasplay abalungisa izinto my sister abalungisa izinto siphila ngayo right
so ucinga vama iDA yiyo le ufuneka yenze izinto okanye ngubani lumgxekayo
mina ke my sister akusana ndaba ukuthi ngicabangani njengoba ngisho ukuthi ngikhathele ukuza umuntu angipromise sengifuna ukubona iaction no yabona ukuthi ubani uthina ngisafuna ukuzwa ne
iDA icinga fama izakubonisa iaction andithi
ngizakutshela mayiceda ukwenza action okwamanje ngisafuna ukubona.
Okay, there he is. He says he's here just to observe first. Singahambani sonke funeka sinike bonke abantu ithuba because iDA claims to be a multiracial party, so we want to hear all the views of the people who are here. Sakunike chance Butwa, please let's give this gentleman a chance. The main message, sir, tell us where you're from, who you are, the main message or the core message you got from the leader's speech.
I'm Tom Tweedy. I'm from Joburg, proudly. And the core message I get is that there was an alternative to the chaos we're in. And I was convinced by the capabilities that it's the Auditor General who's telling us these things. It's not just politicians talking up whatever they will do to get a vote. And we need more than hope. We need a credible government. And I think if I look around the country and in Gauteng at Midvaal, it works. No, I'm sorry, it's working. So let's give it a go. Let's take that chance and let's put a DA government in. And you know what? If they don't deliver, you can kick them out in 5 years. But I think they will deliver.
I suppose you shouldn't be sorry if you believe that they deliver. Thank you so much. Let's ask you, ma'am, where you from and what did you take as a takeaway from your leader's speech?
I'm Lynette Retief, and what I've heard from John Steenhuisen and what I've seen, everything that the DA stands for and actually does, it actually brings you the humanity back. It's considering the people, the impact that corruption has on the people. This is more than just the South African Constitution. It's about people's right to have water, people's right to feel safe, people's right to have electricity in their lives. I'm sick and tired of a party who's steeped in corruption and yet cannot pay their own people.
Thank you so much. We'll chat to just two more Democrats because we have to have a conversation with our political editor, Mzwandile Mbeje. Tata, what do you want to say?
I'm Keleto from 132 in Harangua. We are under the leadership of Mr. Tsatsi. We are doing things. We are doing changes. We are doing things, and then we know what has been done. But we are there for the people. We are there. We are doing things. The previous government has done a lot for us. So we are intending. We are putting a proposition, and we are there to make the change. So the streets are there. We know what the NGO has done, but we think that the DA is there for us to do the change. The DA is the only part in the country that is multiracial, that can, never mind the Phoenix saga. What we are doing. Imagine the government, if he has the black person, white free, we are in this together. The electricity is too much. So if you are in this together, we can survive. The bread and everything, the retail prices are too high. So I believe in my mind that the DA is the party that can take South Africa into one. That we can believe that we can be one society and we can take South Africa forward.
Thank you so much, my brother. This Democrat says, never mind that Phoenix issue of the posters. We will chat with you as the last Democrat of the day. We're in a sea of blue here. They call themselves the Blue Brigade, rather. What would you like to say?
My understanding and DA batla go nka majority because of the coalition tse tshwana le nako re kopantshitse le EFF ha ya re sebeletsa ba ne bona they feel like but is a corruption, so now what they want ki majority more, so it would be good if re nka votela into DA.
Thank you so much, my brother. The gentleman next to you, and I said it's a blue brigade. He said it's a blue wave, rather, right? We will have a conversation quickly with Mzwandile Mbeje, our political editor, because the whole country has a number of political parties who are also having their own rallies. So we'll try to keep it short. But what's the main takeaway that you got from the leader of the Democratic Alliance, John Steenhuisen?
I think basically the message that he wanted to reinforce is that which he's been saying throughout, to say where they govern better, they get things done. That's why you had him pick some of those examples in the Eastern Cape and of course in Midvaal to say here where government is being run by the DA, it works. And then he basically says, and I think in acknowledgement that there's still a lot of loyalty towards the ANC, he's basically saying, we don't say vote us forever, just give us these 5 years and judge us after that. So clearly he realizes that there is still that steep tradition and in terms of voting for the ANC. And of course it took a swipe at the smaller opposition parties, basically saying, so these ones are splitting the vote. As a result, the ANC will remain dominant. So, and then that's why he was quoting the examples of people like the Auditor General States SA to say it's not the DA that is saying our government is doing well, but it's these independent organizations. So clearly he was touting the message that he's been saying throughout. That's why the slogan. the DA gets things done.
The DA gets things done. He has been saying this for weeks now, and he promised to stay away from criticizing other parties, but I suppose it's very hard to stay away from criticizing the main governing party.
Of course, remember the person they're fighting. In fact, in the country currently, there are only 3 parties that run local governments. The ANC with about 80% of them, and then the DA, and then of course the IFP in some municipalities in KZN. So those are the municipalities you want. So why would you criticize someone who you are in the same space with? Of course, he did take a dig at EFF. Why? Because they are becoming a serious threat. So I think you've been seeing some of those rallies well attended, and I think it's a bit of a worry if you are the official opposition and hoping to dislodge the ruling party, but you see your number 3 is right behind you, so you've got to try and push him back. So clearly that's what's happening.
Mzondile Mbeje is our political editor at the SABC. Blaine Herman, I do know that you have to go to our other colleagues because there's a whole lot of things happening in lieu of that November 1 all-important election. So we're taking it back to you in studio.
Definitely the better minds on the ground for us, Julius and Jamela, as well as Mzondile Mbeje, live for us there at the Mary Fitzgerald Square. We thank you very much indeed, both of you, for your reporting. Look, it is, you can look at it from a number of perspectives, isn't it? A stylistic point of view, a substance point of view. You need to, I guess, process whatever is coming out from these campaigns in order to make your mark on November 1st. It is up to you. It is our job to give you the facts. It is up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. So thank you very much indeed to our colleagues. We'll try to get back to them a little later on.